Then, people, welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. Apologies for being late once again, but it is what it is. You're getting used to that sort of stuff with us four, although there is three. Max is on his way back from work. I hope you're all doing well anyways. Yeah, we're just going to chat everything Leeds United on the midweek fix. Obviously, we've got loads to get into with the Raphinha stuff. Who's going to replace Calvin? There's going to be 3 bodies coming in. Is that enough? I want to ask these. We'll get it. There's loads to get into. But before we do that, right? Congratulations are in order, because my man at the bottom there, Mr. JT, if you don't know this, folks, just got a first-class honours in media, right? So
thank you very much.
He's the ITK around these parts now, you know what I mean?
What
so
can I say? I told you, everything I say is factual. First of all, thank you very much. That's very kind. Brother. Thank you very much, man. It's been a good 3
years of hard work.
Yeah, 3 years of hard work, to be honest. It's sad it's over now, but now the real work begins, and I go into the real world and try and make a living.
Towers?
Hey, maybe. I just was them. Who knows? Who knows where I'll be? But I'm here. This is the media conglomerates right here. I'm with the 2 big dons, all right? Doesn't get any bigger than this. I don't think so.
You know what, Lou? We have an ITK now. This is what I'm saying. When he gets that job wherever he goes, we got the ITK now. We got the inside suit. But it's nice to see so many congratulations. I know how difficult uni is, and yeah, for you to get through 3 years and get first class honours as well, that's no mean feat. So big up, JT. Well done, mate. I'm happy for you.
Thank you very much,
Lewis. How you been, bro? How's things?
I'm good, man. Just.
How's the celebrity thing going? Because people have been asking me about no.
Hey, he's been a celebrity for years now. I don't know what you mean.
Nice one. I like that. Nah, there's no what's the word? What's the word? My
progress.
Progress, that's the one. There's no progress. It's I don't know. It's one of those things. It's also money. I'm at a point now where I've got holiday to pay for and all these things, and it's just do I really want to be paying 200-300 quid for graphics and stuff like that? I was right now, I'm not at the point where I want to do it, but I'm not heartbroken by the fact I can't do it, because I'm not really bothered about not parting with that money or parting with that money, if that makes sense. So I can do it in 2 months, 3 months, but it's just one of those things.
No rush.
Getting people's schedules together. It's just getting all the people. So I want to do it. It will happen, but I don't know when.
That's so hard, you know. It is so hard. People, do you know what? When I did the Premier League preview and stuff, and I'm working on something for the new season as well, and just trying to get everyone to get together at the same time and chase it. It's a stress, bro. It's a stress.
Yeah.
You know, especially when I see people have read the message.
It's hard enough to get 4 people together for this show.
No, this is true, bro. No, it's true. And I'm trying to sort 6 people out, and this. Oh, it's doing my head in.
It was when we did Weekiest Link, for example, how the hell I got 8 of us or 9 of us in that call together, and then for how long were it? 3 hours, something like that, grueling. But then when you've got, I was talking to Colson, and it's him and Jack won't be on Corrie filming at the same time. He'll have a 6-hour session or whatever, and then Jack could be doing the night, and then it's how I got them 2 available at the same time. It's just then to get 4. Because you need 4 the chase, then plus the chaser. It's at least Millionaire were 2, all separate. Although I edited it to make it look like they were all together, but they weren't. It were all separate, and it were actually weeks over, 2 weeks over. You'll see my hair grow in between. If you look really hard, you'd be that's not the same. But it worked. But
so you've been lying to me this whole time.
I have, man. Yeah, it's all editing trickery that makes it look like it's all the same day, the same place, but it wasn't. But yeah, I love doing them, man.
So go on, who's charging the highest fee? Huh?
No payments, man. No payments.
Yeah, you don't pay.
All good, all kind.
Is it my boy
What could I give them that they don't already have?
I asked for a 50 quid sweetener, and he told me
this is Neville Longbottom, mate. This is Neville Longbottom.
Mate, you're still owed royalty fees, Joe.
What could I give Neville Longbottom that he don't already have? Do you know what I mean? This is what we're saying, man. But they're all top blokes.
A girlfriend?
Listen, Neville Longbottom has aged like a fine wine. If you compare that guy from the first Harry Potter to what he looks like now, it's a totally different guy, man.
There you go. So, all top blokes all did it out kind of style like you lot do. And it's just, I love doing it. It's given a year break for game shows. I want to do it, but I don't know when. I don't know when.
Make sure you ramp up that content. People enjoy it, man. People enjoy it. So,
man,
the season will soon be here as well. So, there'll be plenty more to see. Wolves at home as well. First game of the season. Hopefully 3 points. But let's get let's talk about the big breaking news that came yesterday. Obviously, Raphinha, sort of out of the blue, although Chelsea were always lurking in the background.
Hey, out of the blue. Hey.
Oh, I didn't even mean to do that. See? But they were lurking in the background, and then all of a sudden, bam, they put up the cash, and he's going to Chelsea. Just give me your initial thoughts, JT.
Absolutely over the moon, ecstatic, buzzing. No, to be honest, I was kind of happy. Look, it's kind of hit me a little bit. When it first happened, there was an instant relief in a way. It was kind of nice to laugh at Arsenal fans. That's a good pastime that we like to do as people laughing at Arsenal fans. And I don't know, something just seemed a little bit more relieving that he was going to Chelsea instead. I know they're bigger rivals, and historically I've always disliked them more, but I just feel like
the money, man.
The money, Arsenal fans would rub it in a bit more, and he's playing in the Champions League a bit. But then as time's going on, now I'm starting to think, I'm like, okay, hang on. I've spent about 60, 70 quid on posters of this guy that are on my wall. I've spent hundreds of quid on half of my Premier League Leeds shirts have Raphinha on the back. What the hell am I going to do with those, man? I can't be cutting about central London with Raphinha
That's
on
why
the
you
back.
don't get player names on back of your shirt. Unless you're 12.
Mate, all the time, man. Everyone I get ends up going off. We had Vieira, Kemar Roof, Raphinha. They just all leave me, man. But
can you get Tyler Roberts next season then?
That's a good shot.
I'm so sorry.
I don't want to risk it.
It was so unnecessary, but I saw.
Get Firpo. Get Firpo. Do us a solid and get Firpo.
Raphinha against Firpo next season. Gonna be cooking, boy.
Oh, that's gonna be hard on Raf, man.
Nah, mate, we're getting Ali.
I love him too much.
Firpo ain't starting. Johnny's coming home. Telling you now.
Is there actually any news to that? Because this guy, he's in the chat here, Matt. He was
his contract,
he's asking us, So basically, they've been relegated, and then they've just ripped up his contract. So he probably had it in his contract, right? If we get relegated, I can leave on a free. So that's what's going to happen. But I think he goes Turkey because he was going to go there initially anyway. So I think he might go there. But it seems like a no-brainer to me if you can get him to agree to the deal. Okay, he doesn't improve the squad. Well, he does improve the squad. It's the second choice left back, isn't it? You know what I mean? I think we should do it. But
you're not going to be able to get a first choice left back.
I mean,
unless if you want to spend £100 million, you're not going to get anyone of a high enough caliber to improve on senior Firpo.
See Alioski go to Galatasaray and Raphinha go to Chelsea in the same window might sting a bit. But
that's true.
What, Lewis? You're a bit. I guess I would level you as like passion merchant, a bit like myself. And what I mean by that is like I took it. I asked the question.
James doesn't care.
No, Jim. No, you do. No, I don't mean like that. I didn't mean it like that.
No, I'm joking.
There's a different type of fan. You are as well, to be fair. But you've just mentioned the Chelsea stuff there. You know, you're not that fussed about it. But I said yesterday, and I said on my post, he'll get booed. I think he'll get booed because he goes to Chelsea.
Yeah.
What match going fans? And I'm not digging anyone, but if you're in there, it's a bit like a pantomime at times. I think he gets booed, and then the way he is, he gets frustrated at that, puts out a barnstorming performance, scores, then celebrates, and we boo him some more, and then the love affair's over. And people were saying to me like, I do have respect for what he's done. I'm not saying that I love the guy, but when he pulls on that Chelsea shirt and he does one on us, I'll be like, get your father's gun. You know what I mean? It's what it is.
No, I'm the same, man. Like, and I do think he's that player. I've seen all these tweets like, he got what it meant to be Leeds. He stayed till the end. He could have jumped ship. Jumped ship 2 months before the season ended? He had no choice but to stay with us and keep us up. So don't give us all this. Oh, he could have left, but he stayed and kept us up. What you're gonna say? He could have left in January when we were 15th. No offers came in for him. There were no rumours there and then. Why would he have wanted to leave when we weren't really in a relegation battle? No one at that point was like, we're going down. Even though we were 15th, we'd not been in the bottom three, apart from the first day of the season when we got hammered 5-1. We'd not been in the scrap. We were low down, don't get me wrong, but we weren't in the scrap. We were kind of at that point where you could have seen us going 12th. not bottom three. That's what.
Oh, you were still on for Europe at that point, yeah.
There were never any thoughts of Raphinha's going to jump ship or.
Hey, he did keep us up though. Let's be real here. Give the guys.
No.
I'm saying he didn't have a choice but to play for us. It's not like he could have just left in April. Do you know what I mean? That's not a thing. So
no, absolutely.
He could have jumped ship, but he stayed and he kept us up. Nah, he played for us because he had to play for us. He was a Leeds United player. There was no shit to jump on. So we don't know whether. Okay, say for example we'd have finished 17th last season, season before last, should I say, when we finished 9th. He'd have probably left after that season. He would have probably left. Let's be honest. If a big offer come in for him then, right? So, in my opinion, anyway. So I think he is, and I've said it on this midweek fix maybe 2 or 3 times in the months when we were getting closer and closer to relegation, that I do think he is a stepping stone player. Like, we were always a stepping stone for him to get that.
He didn't grow up dreaming of playing for Leeds United.
No, exactly. And honestly, Chelsea, I think, will be a stepping stone for him.
I
don't think so.
I think it will to go to the big move.
Depends, because they're going to be paying him some big bucks, and he's going to be living in. He'll have idolized certain cities, like living in central London. I kind of touched on it, like with us signing players. People do have to take into account. Look, I think Leeds is a beautiful city, and this again is going to rub people the wrong way because I'm not from Leeds. When I say players, especially ones coming from abroad, are a lot of them are going to prefer to go to a Palace or a club like this because of the London factor, or to go to Milan or somewhere else.
To go back to what Joe's saying about the passion thing, like, look, he's going to be a Chelsea player. I can't stand Chelsea.
Yeah.
No, it's over. The love affair's over.
It's well over.
The love affair's over. That's what I said. It doesn't matter what English club he goes to. The love affair's done at that point, unfortunately.
Mean for a second that I am and will always be grateful for what he's done for us. He's the best player I've ever watched in a Leeds United shirt in my lifetime. Right?
Tell me about it.
Pablo Hernandez second. But he was just a different level. Even when he was playing for us when we finished 9th, it was like he was a level above that squad.
And you could see it instantly, couldn't you?
Mate, that ball against Aston Villa, he came on the pitch and put beauty ball through.
It was his mentality, though. That was the main thing.
Alien said it when he first joined, watching him in training. Different class of player that he'd not seen himself on the same training ground as him. And you could see it there and then, even watching him play, that he was always better than us and on for better things than us. And that might sting a few Leeds fans, the old guard, who'd be like, we're this big club, blah, 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 blah. But the reality is, now, we are a big club, but we ain't the elites in terms of competition. We ain't getting Europe every season. We ain't finishing top 4. The likes of Chelsea and City and Liverpool, and not scum these days, but them clubs, right? They're the clubs you want to be playing for now if you want in trophies and Champions League football, etc., etc., etc. So we're always going to jump ship to one of those clubs. And the fact that Chelsea does sting a little bit, and he will get stick. Anyone who's going to tweet and stuff or comment saying, respect what he's done for us, he doesn't deserve to be booed and all this. Hunter Janssen got booed playing for Brentford. So if you think for 1 minute that 35,000 fans at Ellen Road ain't going to boo the fuck out of him every time he's got the ball, for Chelsea, you are wrong. Dead wrong. Dead wrong.
It's a pantomime, isn't it? It's a pantomime.
Man. And do you know what? He'll probably play up to it. He'll probably love it as well. He'll probably have a laugh. I hope it don't go toxic in terms of like
him and
that. But the whole shoot the Chelsea scum and booing him on ball and all that, it's a pantomime. Like, it's going to happen. And you want us to win. You're not going to be like, if he's darting down that wing, doing step overs and all this against Firpo, you're going to do anything to get in his head or put him off or clown him or whatever it is. It's going to happen. So I don't see the whole people saying, oh, respect him and all this and be nice. Ain't going to happen. Ain't going to happen, man.
JT, obviously, you're unhappy with the Phillips stuff. Are you happy with the Raphinha fee? 60 to 65?
I have to be at this point. I still think could have got more, especially because he's going to an English club. 70 million.
It's not done.
No. They said 65 million with add-ons. I think it's going to be like 50 million. Deco this, Deco that, man.
Mate, at Barca this morning, man. He's got clubs on strings.
But Barca aren't. They ain't got the facilities to pay now, man.
Mate, that guy's got strings coming out of his gut, pulling absolute dross from his rear end and throwing it out his mouth. That's what he's got.
Yeah.
But now, if Barca have seen that 60 or 65 mil from Chelsea, they might have, like, right, we'll give you 70 mil. And but it's not done. It's not done yet. Like,
no, it's not.
2 days time, it could come out that Barca have made 67 mil bid plus add-ons or whatever. It's until it's done. There's
Fabrizio Romano says he's like moments away from saying here we go though. So I think
Fabrizio Romano said a lot of things though. He has said a lot of things.
And you do see a lot of deals
the most
agreed.
Trusted, I think.
You do see a lot of deals agreed.
Excuse me.
Oh, apart from JT, of course. First class honours.
No, who are you talking to here?
But just because the deals have been agreed between the clubs doesn't mean Raphinha and Deco will be happy with the personal terms or the contract or the wage, or there's still that to go. And if Barca came in with the same 65 million bid but a better contract for Raphinha, this is what I'm saying. So it's not done. But I think it will happen, Chelsea.
Yeah.
But it ain't finalised. So if we can get any more money, I don't care where he goes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I think it's a good fee. I think overall, if you look at it, 105 million for both players. I think it's good.
Plus add-ons and a kid from the academy.
Yeah, but you're talking two generational talents, and you're talking 100 million.
No, but we've spoke about the Calvin thing. I know you say it's generational. I'm not too sure about that, brother. But yeah, it is what it is. We could dance around that all day like we did last week, man. We talk about Raphinha now. Raphinha is up there though. Like Lewis said, he's probably the most technically gifted footballer we've had at the football club since the days of Judas. Do you know what I mean? So it is what it is.
Days of Judas. Days of Judas.
Yeah. I don't speak his name. Others do, but that's just my personal.
I thought you meant like actual Judas. I thought you were basically saying since Leeds' inception. I was going to say
from the Bible, Judah.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Since 1919. So Raphinha to Chelsea. It looks like it'll happen. We've then got to obviously replenish the squad. It
was a little bit funny to laugh at Arsenal, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean,
I didn't really jump on that, to be honest. I don't know. Because
they were all over it all week, man.
But I didn't really see that, to be fair. So maybe that's why I've not gone. Because usually, if I see anyone coming at us, I'll play the game and go back at them if it blows up in their face. But I didn't see the whole. Were a load of Arsenal fans like bragging?
Yeah, man, because they'd done threads and everything, bro. There was threads on why he would fit into the side. There was everything.
No, I saw that, but I didn't see any sort of haha, we're taking Raphinha off you.
It wasn't more like haha, but they were basically like bragging already. If like
in terms of like we're going to be cooking next season type thing with
so
Jesus and Raphinha. All right, okay, fair. But
Matisse did a video with Connor, Matisse did a video with Connor, like saying why would Raphinha be a good fit for Chelsea, right? And all the comments was full of Arsenal fans just saying, "Thanks for the scouting report, Matisse. Thanks for the scouting report." So obviously, when the news came out yesterday, he videoed him scrolling down the comments and liking them all. That was brilliant, man. Top shithousery because Arsenal fans, I think they thought it was done in a sense, but obviously it didn't come off. So there is that, but I couldn't laugh too hard because he's gone to Chelsea, and that was the frustrating thing. Max has just joined us, so let's speak to Max quickly. How you doing, mate? How's it going, bro?
1 second.
Oh, you can't hear out. Well, wait. I want to just get his opinion on Raphinha before we move on.
It's got new light in the background. I like it.
Yeah, it's good.
Got some natural lighting in there as well.
Yeah. Barely see him.
Yeah.
Are you with us?
He's hit the gym. He's got the gym shark out. He's looking fly.
I have not hit the gym at all.
How are your initial thoughts, mate? We're just talking about Raphinha and him moving to Chelsea.
I've been listening. I had it on in the car on the way.
Oh, did you? Good stuff. What are your thoughts?
It's a shame that it's Chelsea, but the money is a lot more palatable than the Calvin Phillips deal. I think that's the main thing to take from it. And like you've all said, when he comes to Ellen Road, he's going to get booed because it's Chelsea. All of that stuff comes with it. But for me, the most important thing at this stage is that we get the money for him.
Yeah.
If it was years ago and we were at the top of the league competing and we were selling to a rival for the position, then it'd be so much worse. But because of where they are compared to where we are, it doesn't hurt as much because we know that we can't compete on a football level with them. So it's just the money, and I hope we invest it wisely.
Making some naughty signings, man. Making some naughty signings.
Boring. We're all agreeing with each other, man. What's going on this
We're
week,
talking
man?
about agreeing. We're making some signings. We're going for Europe next year, all right? I'm telling you.
Throw something in there, man. That I can just have a go at you for something like. What's going on this week, man? It's 2 nights.
I'm just warming up. I'm going to get a coffee going. I'm warming up. We're getting the juices flowing.
He's just got up, honey. He's just got up. There's time, yeah. But obviously, Fabrizio Romano's come out on the Twitch stuff that he does and says Leeds United aren't going to mess about. They're going to look at 3 incomings, centre midfielder, a winger and a striker. If the links are right, that looks like it'll either be Camara or Adams, Charles de Ketelaere and Cody Gakpo. Yeah. Just Cody before Gakpo, whatever. Before we speak about them individual players, do you think if them 3 came in plus the 3 we've already got, do you think that's enough?
No.
6.
I think we need to sign 2 players to replace Phillips.
We need a keeper as well. Definitely.
But yes. Ooh, I don't know.
What, really?
I think it's enough.
Good views from Ben Foster, but aside from that, I'm not really interested.
I think it's enough.
So what happens if Meslier gets injured then?
Exactly. All right. Let me give you a scenario, right? First game of the season.
Yeah.
Meslier gets clattered.
Then Klaassen comes in.
He's out for 3. Really? Nah. We need a experienced Premier League senior goalkeeper. Whether that's whether he's in his 30s,
let me frame it.
Whether he's in his prime.
Let me frame it like this to you, then, Lewis. So, I think the club will only do them 3 players, right? Mm-hmm. So, and the only way they get a keeper is if a situation presents itself. So, if the club only get them 3 plus the 3 we've got, let's not think about what we'd want, because I think we'd all say we'd want a goalkeeper and we'd all want another left back apart from JT because he's off his head. But
excuse me,
would you be happy with just them 6?
Depending on who the extra 3 are.
Let's say they're Gakpo, Charles de Ketelaere and Adams. Or
I'll just be happy if the money's reinvested well.
Yeah.
And not like, let's sign this championship player and this Italian second league player and all.
Yeah.
Like, because it can work out, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, it's just one of those things that's not very reassuring. And we had this debate, 1-2 weeks ago about the whole, you don't need to spend 50 million to bring in a good player. You can spend 15 million and get a good player. We signed Raphinha for 18 million, blah, 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 blah. But in terms of what looks good and what makes you feel good and what reassures you and what motivates the squad and the fans, I just think we need that 30 million, 40 million pound signing. And, Gakpo.
Yeah, we need a couple.
And Camara. I'd be happy with them, 100%. I said a few weeks ago I don't really keep up with the whole rumours thing, but those 3 seem to be the most consistent. So, not like gone into full research, but watched a couple of your videos and looked upon and, what people are saying and watched a few videos. But again, that don't always, it's not always a be all and end all, because it's always going to be the best you could. This is the second time I've dug him out, but you could probably make, if you tried hard enough, you could probably make a good compilation of Roberts.
Yeah, no.
But
obviously you can make a good compilation. It's like me saying, if you look hard of it, you could make a good assist compilation from Messi, obviously. If you look hard of it, you see a good heading compilation from Ronaldo. What are you talking about?
And one mention of Roberts and he's throwing Messi straight in there.
Exactly.
It's the most fair comparison. You know what I mean? I'm saying videos ain't to be.
It's a bit harsh on Roberts.
It's the second time I've done. I apologise.
Yeah, you're digging him out, man. What are you going in for him
because
today, man?
basically, when I think of one bad player in the Leeds squad, he's the only one that comes up, bar Furpo. So, it's true, man. It's true. Anyway, we're not going to go down that.
What's Furpo ever this poor guy? I'm sorry, man. Furpo, he's come to the country. He's not from England. It's his first year in the Prem, and he's just getting abused by everyone, the poor guy.
Yeah, man. Abused by wingers week in, week out. That's what he got abused by.
Get off it, man.
Yeah, well done. I'm glad we agree, mate.
Unless if he's doing kinky stuff with wingers in the bedroom, he's not getting abused at all, because what I'm seeing on the pitch is pure tactical. No, he's not.
He lost his head up right in a way, man.
You're not seeing nothing
right in a way.
No, they're not seeing nothing.
Look. We'll keep it positive. I'm not going to go down digging out Robert. Yeah. Right. You know my opinions on him. We don't need to go on and on. But yeah, I'd be happy with those. I'd be happy with those three.
What about striker, man? He's striker.
Do we though?
Charles De Ketelaere.
Oh, he's not a striker, man. He's
not. But
he
could play there. He could play there if needs be. But you got Rodrigo.
Dan James could play there if needs be.
You got Harrison.
No. Come on now. They're not on the same.
In the last 50 games, I think he's played 35 at striker and then 15 in all different positions in midfield. So he's not solely used there. But if he is going to be like a shadow striker, like a false nine next to Bamford, then that makes sense. But from what I've seen of him, like Lewis, obviously you talked about the clips and stuff, and obviously it's hard to see what kind of a player he actually is. But when I've watched some of his good compilations, he takes really heavy, clumsy touches. He looks like a Bambi on ice sometimes. And I just think when you see something like that, you think in the Premier League, you don't get as much time.
And
I just think he's the sort of player where I'm watching him and these are his best bits. And he's doing some good stuff, but the way he's playing almost seems clumsy and his touches are really heavy and he has to run to keep up with them. And like, he almost looks like he's on the verge of falling over every time he tries to dribble.
But you'd hope if you can spot that, it's like, right, we're bringing him in for what we're seeing good in him. And this is the thing. We're like, right.
Obviously, I need to know nothing compared to the actual scouts, but like,
no, but I'm saying like, to be fair, I'll be honest, I didn't really pick up on that, but you mentioning it, like I see two things in my mind where I see that, but like it is one of those things. If you're going to spend £30 million on a player, you're going to see way more positives in him than that, and it's like that's a thing that can be worked on pretty easily,
and especially if he's going to be used primarily as a striker at Leeds. He's not like those clips must have been from when he's in midfield because those are the areas he's in. But
I don't think he will be used primarily as a striker.
He played just off.
Sorry, are you telling me Bamford and De Ketelaere up front? Oh, I mean, come on.
That's what
where's the
is.
pace? Where's the pace? Where's the Sazuli? Where's the Ganads?
He's
not slow, Charles De Ketelaere. He's not slow.
Well, Bamford's actually rapid, so it's not the pace that's an issue. But
it's going to be so hard to tell the difference between them if he does sign when you're actually in the stands.
My man's been likened to Kevin De Bruyne, and you guys are like throwing shit.
He's also been likened to Princess Diana as well. So.
Ooh, yeah. And we've seen enough car crash football at Ellen Road recently.
I'm trying to stay like on the fence.
Okay, it wasn't really a car crash, but
I'm trying to stay on the fence until you see play for us. Watch this and how it works. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to.
The Royals are a load of. Let's be real. The Royals are a load of.
Let's not go there, JT, please.
The only royalty that I want to talk about is
Senior Firpo.
So yeah, listen.
I'm trying to stay on the fence until you see him play for us. That's what I'm saying.
Huh?
Yeah, you're right, man. And what you do have to remember is as well, these numbers and goal involvements and all that stuff, they have to transfer to the Premier League, don't they? Notoriously though, Belgium players do well in the Premier League, to be fair, but it's all about whether or not it can be a seamless transition because, we'll have 6 new bodies, which is more than half a team. You would argue a lot of them would go straight in. Well, they would, wouldn't they? They would all go straight in.
All right, let's throw that out there then. So 4-2-2-2. What's your lineup with the 6 new players in?
For me?
Yeah.
So it'll be Melier, it'll be Rasmus,
I like it.
it'll be,
I like it.
It'll probably be Llorente and Cooper. I think this is what
no
the club
love for
will go with.
Strike.
No.
Forget the people. I want to hear yours, fella.
Strout. Right. Okay. So for me, you're looking at Melier, Rasmus, Llorente, Cooper, Firpo, double pivot of.
Good choice.
I'm still convinced we're getting Adams, so it'll be Adams and Rocker. Ahead of them, probably Harrison and Aronson, and then Charles de Ketelaere and Bamford. I don't know where Gakpo.
So we're not signing Gakpo?
Well, it depends if it's 4-2-3-1, doesn't it? But I'm just thinking
the players you've picked there would still fit if it was a 4-2-3-1. Like with de Ketelaere sitting in behind the striker and having Aronson and Harrison on a side each.
I'll put it this way: you could get de Ketelaere or you could get Gakpo. Who you going?
I think we go for them both.
I think people do
but say
sleep on
you
Harrison.
could only get one. Because I think for me it's a no-brainer.
I would go just on what I've seen and who I've been most excited about. I would go for Gakpo personally.
Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. So you're
a couple of intelligent people in here.
So you're gonna start Aronson over Gakpo.
Absolutely not. No, they're playing together.
In the 4-2-2,
No, but in his lineup that you just said then.
In the 4-2-2, yeah. If I go 4-2-3-1 with a bit of width, then I'd have to have Harrison, Gakpo, probably Charles de Ketelaere, and then Bamford, and maybe
I'd even play Gakpo in the attacking mid.
Well, he can play anywhere across the front three by all accounts.
Because looking at him and looking at Aronson, Aronson looked a bit of a saucy player. Like you watch him for America and all this, but then when you look at
the LeBron James of soccer, I'm hearing.
But then when you look
just
at
like Pulisic is the Messi. That's what they said, didn't they? Wow.
It's like that Raphinha vibe, and I don't know.
With Aronson.
No, with Gakpo.
Oh, with Gakpo, yeah. Ooh, man.
Do you know what I mean?
What you were saying before I joined, you were talking about stepping stones, Lewis. And I said in one of my videos the other day, players like Raphinha or Gakpo, they have, when they get to the age they're at, about 23, they have two big moves left in them. The first one is to get to a major league and prove themselves. And then when they're 20, get to the 26, 27, that's when they make their big money move, the biggest move of their career, and that's to the if the trajectory is right on that big scale, that is when they make the move to
the Leeds United,
the clubs who are,
or it goes the other way.
And
if it don't go well, they end up in second division of the country they moved to, or they end up back where they were.
Yeah, but if we're talking about players like Raphinha, who are guaranteed to be. He's doing it already. But I think I said that when I talked about Gakpo. Like, now this has all happened for the first time coming back up since we were last in the Premier League. We've sort of got it out the way. I don't think we'll have developed as much of an emotional attachment to somebody like Gakpo, even if he's unbelievable, because he wasn't the first amazing flair player we'd had in 20 years. Do you know what I mean? Like, so if Gakpo comes in, he'll do really well for 2 years, and then we'll probably be like, oh, well, we've seen it with Raphinha. We'll get the money and we'll do it all over again.
Like a Leicester model. But I think
football's emotional, though, man. Sorry to cut you off. I don't think
no, this is exactly what I was going to say. Like, I agree with you to an extent, but it completely depends on moments. Like, if he scores a 90th minute winner against Scum away, to see him go a year later or whatever, I'd argue that'd hurt me more than seeing Raphinha leave now. Because for me, Raphinha,
so it's what he does in a Leeds shirt.
For me, Raphinha hasn't. I don't envisage Raphinha having that. When has he had that moment? Unless my mind's going blank.
Time and time again.
No,
screamer after screamer after screamer, putting people on their arse.
Mate, he's the Premier League skid mark.
He's actually made those moments, I'd argue. And so he doesn't get the credit for them, but obviously he created the Joffrey goal against Norwich.
He is the credit cruncher.
But because he did everything, took it around the keeper and then pulled it back, Joffrey is the one running and screaming into the thing. And so he's had those moments, but he's created them.
So let's be honest,
the limelight from them.
We wouldn't be in this division if it weren't for him, Lou. So I think you're being a bit harsh.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm. You get what I'm getting at, though.
No,
It is
if
about emotion.
Hines and Branson had a baby, it would be Raphinha. All right, there is no one saucier.
I ain't for 1 minute saying that Gakpo is going to be a better player than Raphinha, and I ain't saying that Raphinha hasn't done massive things for us. I'm saying in terms of like a Dallas goal against City, if Gakpo did something like that against Scrum or whatever, or to get us into Europa League or whatever, if he had that moment, regardless of however many moments Raphinha contributed to, I'm saying in terms of an emotional attachment, I'd probably be like, like to see him go. Like when Dallas goes, I'd be like that. So to see him go then,
you think Dallas would be bigger than Raphinha?
In terms of emotional attachment, mate, for me personally, yeah, because it's been a lot.
He's like the epitome of what Leeds fans love. He's hard working. He works his pan out for the badge. He does everything right. And
like Raphinha, to watch him,
does he work his plate out?
to watch him was a pleasure, like a treat. Like I've never seen this in my life. But in terms of like when you're talking about emotional attachment, it is those moments and however long they're with the club that gets you that. And I'll be completely honest, I ain't really got the biggest one with Raphinha. I haven't.
Oh, come on, man.
It's not
I was more attached to Phillips than I am.
Phillips, Phillips is Phillips, but this guy is the only world-class player we've ever seen. You're younger than me, man. You're talking about Dallas, and I appreciate all the things Dallas has done.
To see Raphinha leave?
Yes, Raphinha is the only player I've ever truly loved. Like I've loved, of course, I've loved players in the past, but it's the only time I've actually looked at a player and I thought, oh my God, this guy. Like I grew up idolizing Raheem Sterling. You know, that's my guy growing up. That's the guy I had dreams of. Leeds didn't have a player that got me wet. We didn't have a player that was waking me up like I'd just taken a blue chewy. All right. Raphinha, on the other hand, he was there. He was Mark Rocker in Till the Sun Shined. All right. There's posters, there's thoughts, there's images. The guy, oh man, I'd never felt, and he made me fall in love again with football. It's, oh man.
It doesn't, Lewis, doesn't break my heart because it's just.
Oh, this is crazy.
It's just the way
James being in the minority again. What's this?
What are you trying to say?
I just understand that that's the way that modern football is, and although his time here unbelievable, when you're sat there and he gets the ball, you're like, oh my God, he's going to do something. He's going to score. Like he gives you that excitement, but like I understand. We understood that he was always going to. As soon as we saw him, as soon as we saw how good he was, something in the back of your mind goes, he's not staying at Leeds forever. We know that we've got him for a couple of seasons and enjoy it whilst we can. And Calvin Phillips is more like,
hurt me.
Yeah, it's more like, it's going to be horrible seeing him in a different.
All right. Let me tell you. Let me ask you a question. Let's say you could date a waitress from Hornby. You know, she's decent looking, she's good looking. You know, there's a few lads around the area that would do anything to get with her. Yeah, or you could have the craziest 2 years of your life. You're jetting around Hollywood with Megan Fox over your arm, right?
Yeah, but if I knew that when I got with it, you were going to be shagging another
what are
man
you
in
telling
2
your
years,
grandkids about? Chilling round Weatherby, making a couple cups of coffee, or rocking round in your Lambo with Megan Fox round your arm? Which one is giving you the thrill, the buzz? When are you truly alive? All right.
Yes, Matt.
Let's not make comparisons with women. Like, why are we doing that?
Well, that's what I'm saying, man. When are you alive? You have to experience the unbridled joy of having a world-class player.
I ain't going to go into the detail you're going, but if Megan Fox is going to be sleeping with another man in 2 years' time,
let's not talk about Megan Fox, please. Let's
enjoy the moment.
Why are we doing that? I don't.
Talented woman. She's actually a very intelligent woman, much like Raphinha is a very intelligent woman.
You're from a different generation, Joe.
Yeah. I'm a little bit older, a little bit long in the tooth.
Marine biologist.
I love how Joe is just shaking his head like a Leeds dad in the background.
All right, okay. Out of respect for Joe's channel, we shall drag it back to a more respectful and
Throwback.
football.
Yeah, man. So no, I get it. I get it. Me, I'm more heartbroken about
like if
Calvin
Cooper
than I would
left,
be.
Phillips, Cooper, Dallas, they're the three players.
They're guys.
When Cooper leaves, when Dallas leaves, I'm like, oh.
What about Ailing? I think Ailing should be thrown into that mix with those two.
Cooper's been here nearly 10 years. Phillips,
Ailing got a red card.
forever.
He can do one.
Even Melier, because he's our baby. We raised him.
Oh, man. Nah, that frustrated me big
Flipping
time.
heck,
I'm not
man.
gonna lie.
Cooper got a red card against City, man.
Yo, I just had someone tweet.
And then we conceded.
Someone's just tweeted me saying, tell JT to shut up. JT, man. Honestly. Do you have a response to that, JT?
Oh, well, I'll tell you, mate. How about you come and say it to my face, grab some gonads and put yourself in the chat, fella. That was the perfect analogy, all right? That was pure facts.
Right, so...
goodness me. It's never boring, is it?
No, it's never boring. Let's
Wait, what were we talking about anyway? Yeah, about you throwing
What
Ailing
were
under
you
the
talking
bus.
about more like? Don't.
What do you mean? I was talking facts.
Hey,
Hey, I'm a journalist, all right? I only speak in facts.
yeah, you have to
figures,
have to watch what you say now. You actually.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And I don't snort any substance, Stevie J. No crack, no whack.
Right, let's.
Well, I don't know. Apparently, I'm on everything under the sun, according to these guys. Flipping heck, man. But no, I am not. I'm clean cut, clean as they get, actually. But speaking of Luke Ayling, I was thinking about people in his position, people coming in next year to get things back on track. Which signing? Say we make a couple that you're expecting. Who are you most looking forward to next year?
Gakpo.
Rasmus.
Mate, I love that you said that because I was thinking, I don't
I
know.
thought about signings we were going to make.
No, and that we've made. And I
think
something
Rasmus
about
is gonna be
Rasmus,
like a mix of-
really...
Yeah, I think he's going to be like a mix of Pontus and Alioski. I think he's going to be an absolute...
Imagine
Mate, I think he's going to be
if we do get
absolute
Alioski back on a free and you've got
Yeah,
both of them playing at the same time.
Corners as well.
Madhouse.
If we can actually manage to get a corner past the first man, he's going to be like Rasmus getting 5 goals next season from corners, tell you now.
He just seems like an absolute gangster.
Unit.
Nuts to me.
Nutter.
I could just see him like zipping down that line.
Berardi, Alioski, and Pontus in one. That's what he is. He's 3 red cards, 5 goals. The lot, man. Can't wait. And if it turns out that it is an absolute soft touch, then I'm going to be the most disappointed because he just looks like the guy.
He's a Viking, isn't he?
Seen him in changing rooms.
He's even got a Viking helmet tattooed on his leg.
There you go, man. There you go. So that's the player I'm expecting. So yeah, I'm excited for him. But like in terms of the source, Gakpo, 100%. If we can get him in, yeah, man.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm just seeing
looking good.
Nectar, bro. Nectar.
Someone's just messaged us there. Fabrizio Romano has just posted a video talking about Barca looking to intercept the Raphinha deal. He may not be a blue just yet.
Calvin Phillips-esque, if you will.
That's what I'm saying.
That'd be interesting.
There you go. So
I know exactly where is the money coming
Well, then I'm bringing all the Raphinha shirts
man.
back, baby. We're having a party.
They got 600 mil, man.
Nah, but they've got a lot to do behind that. But I think
70 million for them.
No, bro, no. Honestly, dude, like they can't get players in the door, mate. They're supposed to be spending 50 million on it. It's not as cut and dry as like.
Hey, as long as we get the money up front, I don't care.
No, but this is what I'm saying. Barca ain't going to be able to do that, whereas Chelsea are. Chelsea are giving us
Okay, shall I throw back an old question to you? Now that things are looking closer of him actually going to Chelsea, would you accept £50 million from Barca or £60 million from Chelsea?
No, I want the most money, bro.
Didn't we say?
But you'd rather him go to Chelsea for the extra £10 million?
Yeah.
Hey, I'd happily see him go to Scum if we got 70 mil.
Whoa, let's calm down, man.
Okay, right. If you say to me, would you want to see him go to Scum for 70 mil or Barca for 50 mil?
That's
I'm
20
taking 70
million.
mil and booing him. Like, and just, I don't care, man. he's not a Leeds player next season. I don't care where he goes. It's going to hurt me to see him go some places more than others, but I want the most money we can get for him for our own development and our own.
Especially because some of the investments we've made already are like £10 million for what looks to be good deals for decent players. And if you get an extra £10 million for Raphinha, that could be a whole nother signing.
So there's a thing here, So a delegation which will donate €205 million to Barcelona was at the club's offices. Deco, Raphinha's agent, has just left there with the sports management. There he is. So it might not be done just yet, man. It is.
He's clutching for it, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah, they really want the Barca thing. You can tell.
That's an interesting photo. You zoom.
I didn't even. Stop, man. Why do you have to do that,
man? What are you?
I didn't even realise what you're on about, man. Yeah, don't do that, bro. I didn't even realise what you're on about.
Joe's going to be doing one of them eye tracker tests for his next video.
Don't do that, man. Come on, man. I was just showing the video.
Why? You don't have to, bro. You're not helping yourself explaining yourself. So
no, I'm not, man. I don't need to explain nothing, man. I'm showing you a picture, man. What are you on about? So yeah, Deco has been
James
spotted.
looks like a tomato, man.
Eh?
His face has gone so red.
Who, JT's?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see what happened. I thought it'd be done,
Literally 20 minutes ago. What did I say? Like, Barca are going to try and hijack that. Because they've seen the offer that Arsenal, right? We didn't accept that. We rejected. So, but Chelsea have come in with an offer we're happy with. So they were seeing that. I think, right. So if they're happy with that, if we can manage to sort of do this, they'll be happy with that, right? And now I think it's going to be a little attempt to get in there last minute. Maybe, it does just go to Chelsea, but it's clear as day to see that Raphinha wants Barca and Deco wants Barca.
It might also be a ploy by the club to release that information about how much Chelsea are willing to pay, because that makes Arsenal go, okay, well, that's the price. If we want him, we have to pay 70. Or 67, or do you know what I mean? Man. Or if Barca then say, right, well, that's what we have to pay. So,
but in my eyes,
it might start a bidding.
The way it was worded when it came out, was the clubs have agreed. So that's because we're happy with the fee. There's no personal terms agreed, no contract.
Oh no, absolutely not. No.
Raphinha don't want Chelsea, man. And Deco don't want Chelsea. They want the Barca thing. So if they can make that happen and the clubs can agree, the Barca thing will happen, man. Like, Chelsea ain't got a chance. Yeah, of course. It was the same with Phillips. We had in Fabrizio's words, we had much better proposals. Fabrizio
Romano.
Fabrizio.
Italiano.
That's what you spray on your. Febreze is what you spray on your couch and that.
Fabrizio. All right, I butchered it. All right, calm it down, boys. Calm it down.
Go on, man.
The Italian journalist, the Italian Phil here, said,
"Oh, Phil here ain't bread man like that."
No.
Love to
Phil here with hair and an Italian accent said that there was.
Go on, show us your Italian accent, mate.
No, I'm good.
Let Louis land.
That's as far as it goes. So yeah.
Is that right?
I've lost my train. No, I'm there. He said there were much better proposals on the table for Phillips, which suggests to me an extra 10-15 million or better contract, but most likely an extra more on the fee from PSG. From
not really on the feet when you propose, though, are you?
Shut up, man. So anyway, right? I hate you sometimes, JT. I hate you sometimes. I can't land. He's not letting me land, man. Let me talk. Let me talk.
I'm not doing anything. This guy just got turbulence over here.
Basically, Phillips' dream move was Man City. I rate that from you. Thank you so much. Phillips' dream move was City. Phillips' dream move was City, and we rejected extra money to give him that move.
Yeah.
We ain't doing the same with Raphinha. I rate that. We ain't doing the same with Raph. We ain't doing the same. We're going to get as much as we can out of... It don't matter if it's Barca. It don't matter if it's Chelsea. It don't matter if it's Arsenal. I can't believe he's just done that again. Twice, 2 weeks in a row. Right. Can we... Do you know what? Chat. Give him here. I don't care. At this point, man.
Come on, just come on.
He's just done the Sue celebration 2 weeks running, and he won't let me. He just said it, man. You're not helping yourself.
Can we get a super chat?
Oh God.
Yeah.
I landed 12 minutes later anyway.
You did, man. You landed. It was well worth the wait. It was well worth the wait.
Well worth the wait in bronze for that one.
Yeah. So, see, we've gone on a massive tangent. I don't even know what we're discussing now, man. This is.
We're still at the point. We're still at the point of.
We are discussing cash money. All right.
Cash money.
Yeah,
Matty
that's
cash
it.
money.
He said, would you rather have 50 million from Chelsea or 65 million from
Yeah, that was it, wasn't it?
Which is a stupid question.
Yeah, it is, yeah. It is.
We want the most money we can get for him no matter where he goes, bro. Like, it's as simple as that. 15 million is technically an extra signing in itself.
Yeah. It's true. Max, what are your thoughts, bro?
Same as what Lewis has just said, really. I think it, like he said, that extra 15 million, like Christensen's release clause was 10 million pounds, and sometimes having a bit of a dig around Europe, you can find players who've got low release clauses that clubs don't really want you to find out about. And an extra 15 million pounds is a lot of money to bring somebody else in. Somebody like Matt Rocker again was 10.4 million or something like that. So I think you just take all the money you can get, and it doesn't really matter who he goes to at the end of the day, because either way, he's not going to have much of an attachment to him once he's left. Like Phillips, I'll probably still be rooting for him.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
But Raphinha, he's an attacking flair player. He's from Brazil. He's going to go on to do great things, and I'll be happy for him, but I won't really follow his career or anything. I'm not...
So Max, how are you? Because I keep saying this to people on my videos, and people say, "Oh, why do you want us to be a selling club, etc." It's not that, right? It's. I accept where we are as a football club, and we will be a bit of a feeder club for the top 6 for the next few years. How do you feel about that, Max? Are you come to terms with that?
Yeah, because I think that is just the way that modern football is, and I think you have to accept that at some point. I think if you're on a bit of a trajectory, like if we're following the Leicester model, they sold people for a really high price and then reinvested it in the squad, and they did that smartly with good recruitment.
Yeah.
This season worries me a little bit because Leicester never sold their 2 best players. They only sold one at a time, hence why Mahrez wasn't allowed to leave in the same season as Kante was allowed to leave. He went the season after for a high price. But until we get up to a point where we're almost at like West Ham's level now, where they can afford to say, no, we're going to keep Declan Rice unless you pay us this much money, because Declan Rice is still getting Europa League football. And do you know what I mean? So it's a journey that we're on. And at the stage that we're at right now, we've all got to not really get ahead of ourselves, because we literally just scraped staying up this season. Yeah. Like, people forget about that already. It's only a few weeks really since that happened. So we have to be a selling club until the point where we get up the league a little bit.
Yeah. No,
to be fair as well, like, I know there's people saying, most people are saying the 65 million fee is spot on. But then there's the odd few people saying, it should be 70, 75 million, Sancho, all this, blah, blah,
fan
blah.
Of stripes.
And Phillips, in my opinion, should have been more. Should have been 55 million. In my opinion, like, straight up.
Do you think 55 is enough?
Or something.
Huh?
Do you think 55 is enough?
For Phillips?
Yeah.
I think that's what it should have been. Cash. No.
Is that just because of his quality, or because of how long we had left on his contract?
Like,
if he had 4 years.
It's because he's what, 26, 27?
Anyway, get back to your point though. We discussed Calvin, we discussed that. What were you saying?
The England player at tournament, all this, like, he's English tax, Premier League player. I think 42 million cash, too low. No matter if he's injury prone or whatever, I just think it was too low. So, but off the back, Raphinha, £18 million within 2 seasons to then go and sell him for 65 million.
Yeah.
Don't happen often. Really doesn't.
No.
Really doesn't. So, and in total, £87 million profit. That's good for where we've just finished in the league.
Yeah, of course.
No two ways about it.
If Burnley had stayed up, they don't have that sort of player to sell for that amount of money.
Exactly.
Even Everton, to an extent, they've got Well, they're probably the same situation. They have Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison, but after that, they couldn't get much money for anybody else. Yeah, but he's not going to go for much, is he, Anthony Gordon? I don't think.
Well, mate, there was talk yesterday of 100 million for Richarlison and Anthony Gordon at Spurs, mate. To be honest,
I can't see that.
I thought he just meant Richarlison. I was like,
no. Hey, man, Anthony Gordon is a baller. I can't stand him. But
he's not worth that much, is he?
Every time I look at him,
I think Richarlison will go for about 60, so it's about 40 million in it. He's
40 million for Anthony Gordon.
Every time I look at Gordon, I just thought of Strachan. Every time I look at him, I don't know why, because he's ginger and he's called Gordon.
I don't think he's ginger, Anthony Gordon. Is that blonde?
Is he not ginger?
Let's do a bit of fact checking here to get the supercomputer out.
I wouldn't say he's ginger. Max is ginger. I've got a ginger beard. You know what I mean?
I'm not ginger.
Is he? Yeah, wait, to be fair, you are.
Why take offense, Max? Not
I know, what's wrong with being ginger?
I've never been ginger in my life.
Nah, to be fair, you've got. It looks like you've got brown hair, but ginger beard.
Anthony Gordon definitely is ginger.
Do you reckon?
It just look. I don't know. Every time I look
he's got the ginger tinge.
He's strawberry blonde.
Little Gordon Strachan.
Yeah, that's
what I thought. But great point, Max. Like Burnley and Everton would have been finished, and maybe not Everton as such. Yeah, fair. But Burnley.
Haven't Everton just got new ownership?
I don't know.
Mate, Everton, let's not even go there. They're all
they've sold the potential future naming rights to their next stadium that's not even built yet to get money in.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. It's mad, isn't it? It's a madness.
Which is just like,
mate, they're playing FIFA career mode, man. Just cash injections left, right, and center. Why can't we get some cash injection, man?
We're doing it the right way, mate. We're doing it the intelligent business model. I like it, man. I like what we're doing. I do.
Because if that Everton thing fall, like there were one point they weren't even going to get that built.
Yeah, it's going to all come down. It'll all come down.
You know, I think the intelligent business.
I think the whole football pyramid will reset once upon a time, man. It'll just get to a point where it's like we can't do this anymore.
There'll be a wage cap at some point, won't there? In a transfer.
We can't do this.
Oh, there will be a bubble. It's every economy that has a boom and it's like that. The bubble always pops at some point. There is a market crash.
China put that with COVID, didn't they? But
no, but this is the biggest false economy you've ever seen. Look at the way inflation, and this is why I did kind of say, when you were talking about, you were talking a lot about it, Joe, with the whole Phillips thing, and you're comparing it to other deals like the Kante deal, for example, which happened 5 years ago. But the inflation since then in the market, players are like 3 times the value that they were then.
Nah, but
like,
there's
it's
COVID,
mad.
Post-COVID as well, isn't there? You know what I mean? So,
well, all those players that went to China don't want to be there anymore because they've got a wage cap on it, haven't they?
Because they
in China, I think.
Because they
100% was on about.
Them.
I'm pretty sure Tevez was on about $1 million a week at one point, and now they've put it on $50,000 a week maximum to cap. So at some point it's gonna fold over and say, look, you can't be spending 500 million on Mbappe when Madrid eventually try and get him.
No, but
boys, what if we made to this? 1 sec. Do we like it?
Yeah, that is sexy. That is sexy, man.
Yeah, man.
That is
the training kit, not Pascal.
Bro, the fit as well, mate. Both, but look at the fit, man. Look, it's nice and tight, but it's also flexible. It's breathable, which is good. The color is, but the yellowy gold thing.
It's orangey.
Is that
yeah? I'm just happy that the.
Where's Jack? A minute. Jack takes a good photo. Do you know what I mean? I think it's nice, isn't it? It is nice.
Does it not look like Wolves though?
Yeah,
no. I'm just happy that the badge and the orange tint match because the leaked away shirt the yellow on the badge and the yellow on the shirt is different. And if it's that, if but these are all just from the people like the unofficial companies designing it and releasing it and all this. But if it's actually like that, it's not going to ruin the shirt for me, but it's going to annoy me because make it the same color, man.
Well, yeah, usually the training kits are. I've got the training kit in there from the black one from this season just gone, and the yellow on the stripes is the exact same, like luminous yellow as the kit was. Yeah. So sometimes that can be a hint of what the actual kit's going to look like.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I did that thing yesterday. Yeah, I said I was honestly when it first came out, the picture I put on Twitter, is that orange, right? And then someone replied to me and went, no, it's green. And honestly, they got so many likes and I had to delete my tweet because I was like, I can't deal with this. My notifications were popping off because he'd replied to me and gone, no, it's green. And everyone were just lapping it up. I was like, I'm deleting my tweet, man. I can't deal with this. It's not worth the notification.
I'd have just muted the conversation. And
no, I couldn't deal with it, bro. I was like, do you know what? I can't. I'm just deleting it.
It's pretty funny, to be fair.
Yeah. No, it was good.
Good reply.
It was
one thing that
I was like,
I've just seen as well. I don't think we've mentioned about McCarran as being.
It's on his Stoke.
He's gone to Stoke, isn't he?
Muchness.
Yeah. Well, you've got to think if he was never really going to make the first team squad, and we already had Firpo, and then Davis would have been ahead of him as well. But we're also looking at a left back from Brighton, I think, a youth team left back, like an under 21, under 23 left back as well, to maybe come in and do that role. So obviously they thought that McCarran wasn't good enough to make the cut.
Is O'Brien just like dead in water now?
Is who?
Mm-hmm. O'Brien's gone.
Man.
Good.
I would like to see a championship holding midfielder brought in as well as an Adams or a Camara, because I feel like
if you think it'll happen though, Max.
I don't think it'll happen, but I think it should, because it'd be the same situation as what happened with Phillips. Like when Phillips got injured, it was just Forshaw to go in there. So if now Roca gets injured, then Forshaw is the only backup.
Yeah, it's true.
Still. So we'd still be in the same situation if we've sold Phillips. If we were signing another holding midfielder and keeping Phillips, then yeah, fine. But I feel like we haven't got enough cover.
We're actually going to have a bench
strip
next
it
season,
back,
though.
Yeah, strip it back. You've got Roca, you've got one of a new signing. You've then underneath that Forshaw, Click, Dallas when he's back. Is there not enough bodies?
We're playing two holding midfielders though now, aren't we? So it's not under Bielsa we had one person in that position. So if you've got one backup, it's not the end of the world.
You could count.
Yeah.
No, Cock in C. I do not want to see Cock in
No, I don't, but I'm saying it's an option.
I want to see Cock starting centre back over.
I don't want to see square Cocks in round holes. I've had enough of it.
We can't. What we have to do, right, is I know there'll be the clamour for more, and there'll be clamour for more and more and more. But you can't set the apple cart, man. It didn't work look what Chelsea did when Lampard come in. It don't work, man. You buy all these players at once. You're basically buying a new team, man. I think you have to do it in increments, right? And I think they've gone about it right. They're making little increment gains. They'll bring in 6 bodies. I think that'll be it. Then they'll move again, you know. I think to everyone saying, we need 2 more midfielders and we need all this. And I get it, but we have to be a little bit realistic as well, I think, sometimes.
Yeah, that's why I say I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, no, I'm not having digging you out. I'm just saying as a thing.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen, but I would like it to, because it still worries me in that we could be in the same situation. For somebody like Lewis O'Brien, I'm pretty sure you can play left back and hold a midfielder, but then are you just getting Stuart Dallas when you've already got Stuart Dallas?
What happens then, though, Max, if no one gets injured, and then next season we need to buy again, then what happens to Lewis O'Brien? We've wasted money.
But I think it's rotation, isn't it? I think you under Bielsa, because we've had such a small squad, it's just been the same players week in, week out, and they got absolutely knackered. And by the end, they weren't throwing the toys out the pram, and they weren't sort of down in tools, but they were a bit like, some of them, like Rodrigo and Raphinha, are a bit like, God, this is too much now. Yeah. I don't know.
I will say I think this is a very, very, very important season for Bamford, because he's done it one season. He didn't get the chance to do it last season.
Still scored some important goals.
He did. But if he can stay fit this season and doesn't deliver, I'm not going to say the same total, but double digits.
Yeah, 10 at least.
Oh, he'll deliver.
Yeah, he'll get that. He'll get that.
He is
Yeah,
Amazon
I hope
Prime.
he does, but I'm saying if he doesn't, it's a big kick to him and a big kick to his value.
But we've got no guarantee that Patrick Bamford is good under any other manager than Bielsa. Because before Bielsa, he's always been treated as a flop. During Bielsa, he came on and he learned that role and he did it very well. But post Bielsa, we are actually yet to see whether he fits this system and whether he's any good at all in it. I hope he is.
That's harsh. Why is no one saying the same thing about Phillips, though?
Well,
listen, I think Bamford will be fine, man.
That's harsh on Bamford, because Phillips was nobody before Bielsa came in.
What you just said about Bamford goes for all of them, really, because we haven't actually seen Marsh's system in full flow yet.
No, but I get what Max is saying. We've not seen Bamford at all, have we? You know what I mean? We've not seen Bamford at all.
This is what I'm saying.
I think it'll be fine.
Like with some of these new signings, we have like Matt Rocker. He was really, really good for Espanyol, and Christensen and Aronson have been really good for Salzburg. So we have seen them at a high level be good before. But then JT, I agree with you, because we did say that about Phillips, though. There was a lot of questions over whether he's any good in it too. Because he has only played as a sole holding midfielder under Bielsa. So
I guess he did it for England, to be fair, didn't he?
I think it was a bit of a different role, though, because he was getting forward,
I'll
wasn't he?
say what I said last week. I don't think he was going to be as important next season in that system than he would have been in Bielsa's system, which is why, although it hurt me to see a homegrown lad go, in terms of the team, for me, he's not as crucial as he was.
No, we get that. We get that. Yeah.
I'm more.
But then that's
easier for me to part.
That's probably why he'll do well under Pep, because Pep plays one holding midfielder.
For him,
and that's probably why he wanted to go there.
Yeah, the best he could have made. Because if you can't get managed by Bielsa,
get managed by Bielsa's son.
And there you go.
But
the
let's
best in the business.
Back to Bamford then. So what's your point, Lou? Do you think if he doesn't do it this season, we have to get rid and get a new one in? He's 28. He's in the prime of his life now.
I don't know. I think 14 goals for me. You got 17 that first season. Didn't get a chance last season. I think 14 goals next season minimum.
If he's unfit, do we have to get rid and cut our losses?
Yes.
No,
we do, bro. If you
didn't touch in there, 17 goals, and how many was it? 8 assists?
I rate him, bro. I rate him.
Mate, he's saying if he's injured all next season as well, like
then we have to say,
you can't keep an injured striker on your books, man, and he'd probably go for 15 million. Because if you've got a striker on your books for 2 years straight who's constantly injury prone and ain't got the stats to back up a fee or the fitness, then he's gone, man. Like, it's done out. It'd end up going, I don't know, probably high championship, to be fair, at that point.
I think he's not.
I hope
it could go to Forest, because that's where he's from, Nottingham, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
I really hope it don't go that way. Like I
think it's not as bad if he scores 10 goals, but you also have somebody else scoring 8 or 9
as well,
and contributing with him, then that's great. But if he's just scoring all the goals and nobody else is really scoring,
that's true. Actually, I take that back. I didn't take that into consideration. That season he got 17. He was lone striker. So if he's playing with someone beside him, if he gets 10 goals and 4 assists, fine. Like double digits, 4 assists, calm. Bounce, big return season, man.
Go on, Max. What were you saying?
I was just going to say Raphinha scored 11 this season, didn't he? So if somebody else can weigh in with the contributions of more goals, like I think people sleep on Jack Harrison. I really do. I think everybody's saying, "Oh, so Harrison's going to be straight out of the team." But the season we came up, he had 8 goals and 8 assists, highest out of any English midfielder in the league. And then this season, people say he'd been pretty mediocre throughout. Granted, he did score a hat-trick, which obviously adds to his goal contributions, but I think he still scored like 8 goals, didn't he, this season?
10 goals.
I don't think people sleep.
Yeah, 10 goals, yeah.
I don't think people sleep on Harrison. I think sometimes in some games...
Sleep with him.
Sometimes in some games he sleeps on himself. And I mean that in a sense that he doesn't perform.
Dead hand gang. What's he going on about, man?
He sleeps on his own.
I thought I was meant to be the bullshitter.
he don't perform to the best of his ability.
He sleeps on himself.
Yeah, he don't perform to the best he can every game. Like when he's at his best, man, like he's a baller. Let's not. He is but he doesn't do that. And Raphinha didn't.
So he's lacking in consistency.
Yeah, like he sleeps on how good he can be every game.
Yeah, but I just think people
completely missing, man.
I think people
still back him up.
Dismiss him and say that these new signings coming in, he's going to be straight on the bench. But I don't think he is. I think he's very good. But then it makes you wonder about people like Dan James, though, doesn't it? Because he'd come in for 25 million from Man United, expecting to be. He's expecting to be playing, isn't he? Because he's come from Man United where he was on the bench, and now he's expecting to play, and he's not going to.
As he should. As he should.
Oh, God, hard working. Do you know what I hate? Do you know what I hate? This rhetoric of people saying to me, right? And that I see. No, they don't say it to me directly, but I see it a lot on social media. They go, "He's been played out of position." Listen, the reason he was played out of position because he ain't getting ahead of Harrison or Raphinha, right? He's not. For me, Dan James, as much shit pains me to say it, no, he's not. JT, he's not good, man. He's not good.
He's not good.
I don't think he's good.
He did a job, man. He always worked his absolute gonads off.
I can run around.
He worked his socks off running.
Oh, come on, man. And he's sticking two footers in.
Put me on the pitch and I'll run around.
James, if a club came in now and offered us 25 million for him, I'd be like, hey, see you later.
I'll buy your hand
25 million of money.
This is what I'm saying, man. Like, Adama Traore, right? He can do better than James because he's got more to him as a player. But the end product in there, man.
Adama Traore is an oily Dan James.
Yeah, he's a rich Dan James.
He's a girthy Dan James. But the thing is, Dan James is still a bit underrated because he is generally world class until he gets into the final third, and then
he's not world class.
He's not good as an attacker then.
Exactly, good, man. He's an attacker.
Yeah, but he's had good moments.
What moment?
He scored a few goals this season. The assist for Raphinha against Scum is the one thing that comes to mind.
Couple of goals.
Yeah, that was really good. And that was the only time I've ever seen him get the ball.
Or the time of the Aston Villa game,
play a really good pass.
Yep.
He was on fire in that Villa game. He's a confidence player, man.
He gets lucky, man.
Bro, he didn't get lucky. Did you see his first goal? Bang, cuts it in, right foot. Bang, drills it bottom left hand.
I remember doing the watch along, bro, going, "Don't shoot, James." I remember saying it, man.
To be fair, James, if we can sit here and talk about Rodrigo in the way that we have for the £30 million fee, James has done worse.
Yeah,
but Rodrigo, that's not a stick to beat him with. That's not a stick to beat him with.
Oh, wow,
what?
He's younger.
Neymar's not as good at free kicks as Lionel Messi, therefore he's a terrible player. Come on now, what do you mean compare him to Rodrigo, therefore he's done worse? It's not like Rodrigo's done bad.
Neymar gets goal contributions.
Rodrigo has done bad, JT, man.
He hasn't. Not in the midfield.
At the end, smoking, bro.
At the end, crack cocaine. No, at the end, at the end, he
no, he didn't. He had 2 good games against Wolves and Norwich. That was it.
You're being a bit harsh.
So tell me another good game.
The Burnley game, I think he was very good.
I'll pick the game he scored 2 goals in. Name me another.
The Newcastle game, I think both Newcastle games, he was pretty good in that central midfield role. All of the lower teams that he played against,
all dead teams. Newcastle were dead at the time.
Let's forget about Rodrigo. I'm saying if we can sit here and say about Rodrigo, who's older and the same fee, underperforming, then we can sit here and say James, who's how old? 25? Younger?
Is he 25? No, is he?
I thought it was mid-20s. I might be wrong. Check.
DJ in the
distance. For £30 million, way underperformed, man. He just runs the work rate. Fine. Ooh, yes. Cool. Yeah, good work rate. But the end product isn't there, man. So,
JT, where do you... Let JT... Give me your 11, because that and don't try put him in there now because we're having this discussion. But he doesn't start for you.
What? It depends on the signings we make.
No, he doesn't start for you, bro.
Okay,
With
what
signings? What are you saying? We're signing Gagbo?
With who we've got
so
now?
even without the signings, like Max says.
Okay, so no signings, just our current 11.
Go.
All right. Well, you got Melier, you got Stroik, you got
just
Cock
skip
at the
to
back.
The attack, man.
Rasmus, Senior Firpo, of course, Rocker. Oh, who the hell else are we going to pair Rocker with? I'd have to lob Forshaw in there right now with half a leg. Attacking midfield, you're looking at Brendan Aronson and probably Jack Harrison on the other side. And up front, Dan James and Patrick Bamford.
I knew we were going to say that, but so basically it won't be any starting 11. Let's go. Right,
when Tyler Roberts comes back, but before then.
Let me just get this from Holy Ghost.
No, he has a job to play off the bench. He has a job to play off the bench.
What we're on with £4.50?
But if we sign Gakpo, you're right. We are going to have an abundance of wingers.
Holy Ghost, for the sake of 50 million, I feel we have missed the trick not signing Minamino. Remember our injury record. We need more proven quality players. And he says, peace to you, brother, as well. Minamino, 50 million gone to Monaco. Even if we were in that race, I think he still picks Monaco. I think he wanted to move away from the Premier League, and Monaco's a nice place to go. You know what I mean? So
tax-free as well, is it not?
Tax-free, yeah, probably. Yeah, he's probably seen Ken Bates over there, won't he?
I like that.
Oh, man, what a guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Ken Bates. Oh, man, that rolls back the years.
It does for sure. Anyone got any final musings before we move on?
Apparently so.
Who was that?
Yeah.
Who was that?
Who had
that's my boy James, my boy DJ. He heard some criticism. You know,
do you know what it is now? Yeah, now that he's got first class honours in media, he thinks he's getting like transfer scoops and that live on air like that. No, Fab. Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah.
Oh well, me and Fabs. No, we're gonna meet up later. You know, I get onto him. You know, he's more of a cider man. I'm telling him, come on, you're Italian, man. You got to be getting on the lager, but that's Fabs for you, old god. What a god. He's blowing up.
He's watching the stream, man. He's watching. He wants to give us the scoop.
What do we see? What do we envisage happening? Right, I'll tell you. I'll put this out to you now before we finish. Let's do a little bit of a roundup. Luis, Raphinha, which club will he be playing for next season?
I'm sticking with what I said last week, man. Phillips goes and Raphinha's going to be here next now. Basically, I think Barca are going to swoop in with some
JT
imaginary money and just get in. 75 million.
Atletico Madrid.
Oh, shut up, man. Right, Max, why do I even bother, you know?
I think it's going to drag on. It seems like the deal's about to be done, but I feel like it's going to get to the point where Raphinha's just not going to sign the paper and he's going to wait and see if Barcelona come in for him. So I feel like this is going to drag out. And
we need the money.
Barcelona.
That's what I was going to say. It can't drag out too long.
We need that money. Right, okay. So I'm going to say Chelsea because Chelsea have got the cash. Deco's going to meet them tomorrow and it'll be done. Right. Which
I'll take.
Give me the player, Luis, out of Mo Camara, Tyler Adams, Cody Gakpo, and Charles de Ketelaere you believe that Leeds United will sign next.
Charles
de Ketelaere.
The bid's waiting, isn't it? Although I want Gakpo, but I think the bid's on the table for Charles, isn't it? So
I think that's the least likely, bro, because I think he wants Milan. JT, tell me.
Also, Joe's just buzzing by the fact he can pronounce his name now, and I can't.
Charles de Ketelaere.
He's doing it every time. I know, isn't it? Like, he does it with the off the tongue. He's like, I can pronounce it.
Someone commented on my video saying that's not
I'll tell you who we're getting next.
Apparently,
I'll tell you who we're getting next.
Or something.
Please be a serious answer, I beg.
It's not de Ketelaere. I don't think he wants to move to Leeds. I really don't. Just something about the way he's saying.
Okay.
It's going to be, in my opinion. And I have got 100% right, actually. The only player I've said is going to sign for Leeds was Mark Roker, and he did. Next signing, Kalimuendo.
Okay, that's not any of the options that I gave you.
No. But he's a player that Leeds have been linked with.
Fair.
Out of the players you said, I think it will be
none of
his phone's been going off past 5 minutes, so
it's probably.
Well, that's his agent on the blower. That's where I'm getting the scoop from.
Max, come on, give it to me.
I think it's Mo Camara. And the reason is I don't think Leipzig are going to want to deal with us until this thing in the court for arbitration of sport is done for JKA.
And Salzburg.
And Yeah, I think we've already bought a couple of players from them, so they are willing to deal with us.
Yeah.
And it seems like the price is going to be a bit cheaper than what it was originally said.
Okay.
So I'd like to see him next. I think he probably would be next.
Okay.
We did get him though. Brighton fans. That's where I'm rubbing it in.
So for me, I think Mo Camara does go to Brighton. I think we get Tyler Adams. That is my thought process
All
behind
different
that.
answers, then.
Yeah, so we'll wait and see, innit? We'll wait and see.
What a surprise! We don't agree.
We signed none of them.
Yeah, exactly. And we end up with Harry Winks. I know people are digging this out, right? But listen, there's 3 options out there for Leeds, and he could well be the third one. I'm sorry to have to say that.
Harry Winks.
Well, yeah, from the information that I have received.
Oh, this is the real in the know right here. Mr. BBC trying to slide it on me.
No, it's not, man. But listen, Adams, Camara, and there's a third. Graham Smith said a third in his article as well, and someone told me Harry Winks, and now we're seeing links about Harry Winks. I hope and prayed that he's not the
Harry
one.
Links.
Please, don't let him be the one. But isn't
Harry
it interesting how
links.
nearly every window he was offered up to Bielsa, and I used to think, why are Tottenham keep pimping him out to us? But was it Orta?
Pimping him out.
Fascination. No, they were though. Every window it was like we're being offered Harry Winks.
I don't know what he is. I don't know whether he's a holding midfielder or a number 8 or what. But he's got he's a good passer of the ball, but I just don't know where he would fit into our team. I can't see. I don't want him in a holding midfield role in our team.
Winky Esther.
This is true.
I can't wait to go and read all these comments, I can't wait.
This is true.
I can.
Big shout out to Leeds Lobby as well, new father and son YouTube channel that's recently been set up.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Just follow. Yeah, man, we're all in this together. It is what it is. Let's move. Quick question from them, actually. Where's it gone? And we'll finish on this. One sec. Will we challenge for Europe if we sign them all, Lewis?
No.
Okay, JT? Oh, I know this answer.
Do you know the answer, though? If we sign all these players, we're not challenging for Europe. Let's be real here. We're not challenging for the title.
That's what you're going to say.
We finished.
That's what you were going to say.
We finished 10 to 14, baby. We finished 10 to 14.
We ain't getting Europe.
And we build on that. We finished 10 to 14.
We're winning
build
Europe.
on that.
If we get these signings, we are breaking
season.
into Europe midway through the season and then winning it by the end of the season. No, if we get all the signings, of course we can. If we get, look, let's be real here. It sounds stupid, doesn't it? But if we sign De Ketelaere, if we sign Gakpo, if we sign Tyler Adams, if we then went and signed a striker like Calamuendo instead, or we just left it at those 3, got another left back, that's a strong squad.
Yeah, I agree.
Look, in my mind, to think if the system just clicked and the new players just clicked and it all went right and we just stormed the league and we finished 8th. Yes. But realistically, that's a bit too quick to happen for me.
Do you reckon we'll have a good cup run this year?
Yes, I do. No. I think we will. No, I think we will.
I think it's something he'll take.
Give me a Carabao Cup semi-final or something.
I just think it's something he'll take seriously.
Trip to Wembley.
Yeah, man. Trip to Wembley. Let's do it, man. That'd be class.
I want a trophy,
I think he'll take it seriously as well.
Same.
Yeah. Max, what you saying? Europe or 12th? Did you say?
12th. Yeah.
I'll take 10.
We have a lot better season, and then we finish 12th, I think.
Yeah. I'd take that as well. Right, we're nearly done an hour and a half. I think we'll leave it there. Tatty is not on the cards, never was on the cards. Ghost Spectre 83. Anyway,
got cancelled by James Charles. Yeah.
I don't know what that means. I don't even know who that guy is.
5 years ago.
I don't know who that guy is.
Weird makeup YouTube beef that JT for some reason has brought up.
Well, he was talking about his Tati was on the cards. I said, no, it's been cancelled, man.
I don't even know what you're on about, right? Lewis.
You don't want to know what he's on about.
Right, okay, no worries. Yeah. I don't know. While these were watching YouTube, I was out there doing bits, you know what I mean?
Oh, he was out there making money moves.
I'm joking. But Lewis, what's coming up? Nah, nothing's coming on Lewis's channel. Someone drops something on.
Hey, how dare you? I'm stepping it up.
Right,
next season.
Yeah.
Next season.
We're gonna get 5 videos a year this time.
I'm getting everything ramped up, mate. I have two. I'm not going to say too big of a platform, but I have 26,000 people subscribed, and I only give them one video every 3 weeks. I need to stop being lazy and think of ideas and ramp it up. And we're going to next season.
Yeah,
you will do that. Max, what's happening on Leeds lately?
A video went out yesterday about Mohamed Camara, a bit of a stat breakdown, how he might.
That was a sick video, by the way, man. That was a really good video, bro.
And then I'll be making one straight after this to go out tomorrow about the Raphinha situation, just everything surrounding the club news at the moment. For sure. Thank you very much. Max is very analytical. Check out his videos. They're very, very good. And JT, what's coming up on JT Live?
Calm, composed, and analytical. Me, well, you know the score at this point. That is right. Tomorrow, South to the stand, to the signings. I can tell you, man, I've been getting my blow up. My phone has been going absolutely ham jabronis while I've been in this call here. There is news buzzing off left, right, and center. There is major transfer developments, but unfortunately, it is going to be the last time I do speak to you guys for a couple of days because I'm going to do it tonight. Hopefully, upload it for tomorrow. And then I'm moving house. I'm moving back to good old London. So I'm not going to be able to be around for a couple of days while I move all my stuff down. I know, it's sad. It's sad. Nothing I could do about it. But
do a moving house live stream.
Yeah.
Watch along. Hey, mate, I've seen Matisse and that doing watch-alongs of bloody Love Island, man.
Love Island,
there's a market out there for anything, bro. So maybe.
Did you see Michael Owen, by the way?
Yeah. I don't watch it, and I would never intend to watch it, but I know that his daughter's in it.
It used to be good back in the day. Basically, his daughter was going around giving lap dances to everyone, basically on national television. South to the stand, to the signings. Make sure you don't miss it. It's going to be going crazy tomorrow.
Love that.
What about yourself, Joe?
Yeah, as for myself, thank you very much for asking. I'm actually going to Liverpool tomorrow and won't be back till Saturday evening for a wedding. So I'm probably going to be
some Liverpool players for.
No, I'm going to be. It's with a load of Blues. They're Everton fans, so I'm going to have to talk to them about Frank Lampard, aren't I? Which is going to do me head in, but it is what it is. They'll probably keep
a holiday, little trip away.
Yeah. Where their family's going down, we'll go down. I don't know.
Well, you deserve it, man. You deserve it. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen guys been smashing out, flipping 4 videos a day, man. It's crazy. You deserve a little break.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Your thumbnail guy must be just like, come on, man. Come on. How many more PNGs do I need to download? Come on. My desktop can't take anymore, man.
Yo, my man gets paid well. Okay.
I should hope so, man. 4 videos a day.
He gets paid well.
He's on minimum wage and he's still a millionaire.
He's doing well. I'm also working on a little intro vid as well. I'm speaking to
him.
What day is it? It's Wednesday, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm supposed to speak to him today. Why aren't you messing with me? Maybe I'm not getting a video. I'll let you know. I'm actually going to message him. What happened?
Barcelona do that in the last minute.
Can you do that? Can you create an intro vid?
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll talk to you then, bro.
Pay me, man. Pay me. Base rates.
He's a videographer.
I just want like a little intro, you know what I mean? Like, hey.
The only thing is, if you get it from Lewis, it'll take 5 months to come.
Yeah.
Hey,
now then.
I'm going to stamp this opinion out because I know I'm lazy in terms of thinking of video ideas, and I know I should upload.
Do you know what though, Lou? You're 21, man. You know,
my mindset was
you're living your life, bro.
Yeah, my mindset was just quality over quantity, right? But
absolutely.
Now my mindset is,
what happens if they're not quality? Do you delete them?
I'm not even talking about views. I'm like, if I'm I know what you're getting at. Yeah. Fair enough. I know what you're getting. Yeah, if a video gets like 2K views and then every video around that's got like 10K plus, I'm like, I'm making that price. Trust me. But anyway, like quality over quantity, that was my mindset. But now it's like I've put enough, in my opinion, might be big-headed, I've put enough quality out to get to the point where I can now just put lower par videos out. So I'm going to put a schedule together. Lower, you just. I'm talking.
What an advertisement! Subscribe for lower part.
I'm talking stuff that don't take us long
you
to
may have
do,
been
it's
getting
just-
some bad stuff, some good stuff before, but let me tell you something. Subscribe now.
It's more
Because
it's
we are
about to
about
go
to
down a
drop
notch.
More
some
simple,
bang
easier
average
stuff.
videos.
It's true though. Like,
I love that.
not a 30-minute documentary, just a 10-minute video just talking about transfers and stuff. You know.
Yeah,
Videos
I like how you said 10 and not 3. Has
Videos
to make
like
it to
that.
the 8 minutes.
Yeah, man. Just easier, more chilled out video. I can do that now, man, and then people will watch it, so it's calm. And we're doing
Yeah.
podcasts.
Hey, you're the
Joe
big dumb, man.
before we got promoted, man, and they did well. So I need to bring them back, but it's just people's schedules. Joe has his own schedule. You have your own schedule. See who can get on.
So I said we got to talk business, man. Got to talk
Of
business.
course, man. Yeah, we'll talk Matrix and all that, man. Don't worry, I got you, man.
Yeah. Andrew Tate style.
Oh, mate, that guy, man.
Don't even dare diss him.
man.
He's the
Yeah.
Do
man.
you know that guy was
His
on Big
Bugatti
Brother,
will come and
man?
hit you.
That
Yeah, you
guy
know
was
why he
on
got
Big
kicked
Brother.
out?
I can't remember, but I used to watch Big
There was
Brother
a
like
video that
mad,
came out of
honestly.
him hitting a woman with a belt, so he got kicked out.
There you go, man. That says all you need to know. But when he's
Nah,
talking
man.
like this, my name is Andy Tate.
You know,
Mate,
he's
it
from
sounds like a guy who vapes over here. That's all I'm saying.
You know he's from Luton.
Oh, he's such
No,
an
he's
idiot,
from
man.
America, but he used to fight in Luton.
It's
He's such an
entertaining.
idiot.
It's entertaining.
Yeah, you can't help but
He's a
watch.
smart guy.
You can't help but
Yeah.
watch.
Reading all
This is the
comments
thing.
is funny.
Have you not seen that video where someone takes the mick out of him and he goes, "Can you not see that Bugatti Veyron over there?" And there's a tree in the way of it.
I'm a G.
There's
I've seen like people taking me like they'll be
there's a tree
impersonating-
in the way
I've
of it,
got
and they're like,
straps.
"No, you can't."
they'll be
Oh, yeah.
impersonating like
See you behind
someone roll up in a wheelchair with no legs and he's coming and it'll just be sat there on a bench going, and they'll be like, "Oh, excuse me, can you help me get onto here or something, like get up the disabled platform or something like that?" And they'll just turn around and go, "How many Bugattis you got?" How many? And then it's just like that's the but it's just it's funny, man. Like it's just.
Have you not seen the one where he sits there and goes, "Who's ever heard of Bill Gates? He's a nerd. He's a geek, man."
Bill Gates is a geek.
Everyone's heard of Bill Gates.
Who on the planet uses Siri? What you're gonna get your phone and go, "Hey Siri, where's the nearest gay sauna?" And he's just like, I don't know how he comes out with this stuff, man, but it's joke.
Bodybuilding is gay. I should
It's
tell him
joke.
all the time.
He's such an idiot, isn't he? Like,
It's
what?
joke.
Anyway,
You can't help
shout out
but
to the
watch
guy.
it.
Hey man,
It's
if we could
joke.
get him on here,
It
let me
must
tell
be
you
an
something.
act.
Yeah.
oh,
Oh, of course. Some of
It's
what he
also
says,
worthy.
some of what he says, he definitely believes, but like most of it, he
Yeah.
just
Stuff,
plays off.
yeah, but then it's actually gets serious with the stuff he says about women. It's like,
Yeah. Right. Anyway,
Never say
let's
that.
leave
Yeah,
it there.
let's-
Let's not do that.
Before we get
Um,
James started again.
Yeah, man.
What do you mean? I love women. I love
Folks,
my women.
I'll
My
keep
man with
you,
3 sisters and a mother. Thank you very much.
Stop talking now. I will keep you updated on any transfer news if I can while I'm away. Probably not, but I'll round something up on the Saturday or something like that when I get back. But listen, I have now put the lads' channels in the title. I forgot to do that, so please do go over and click their titles and go through the channels and subscribe. So yeah, please do that. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks for watching. We had over 700 folks again, which is great. I'm going to be jumping on the old Grizz channel.
Grizz.
Yeah,
Grizz with the Riz.
Yeah, Grizz at 8 o'clock. So if you want to see me over there, come and join over. But yeah, I think that's it. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
I don't know.